I started with about 150 plants. They were 50 cents a piece, so for roughly a $75 investment, in my first 2 years I harvested about 250 pounds of strawberries, or roughly $1,000 worth of strawberries if you were selling them at a market. And like I said, these things, they start flower. I've seen flowers in here in February. There's snow on the ground and the wind's blowing, but of course the sides are rolled down over the winter. It stays pretty warm in here during the day, but they really don't start producing until May. And then last 2 years I picked, my last strawberry harvest was the week before Thanksgiving, so first or second week of November. So I get a good solid 5 to 6 months of production, and generally speaking I'll get 8 to 10 pounds of strawberries out of here every week. So it's a lot of strawberries, but if you like strawberries, it's not a bad deal. Some of the problems we've had, you notice these yellow leaves on the strawberries, iron deficiency, which is a common problem with alkaline soils. So I fertilize with nitrogen as well as iron to help the plants produce chlorophyll and green. And because if the plants are stressed like this, the production drops off. Fertility is a big issue with strawberries. Fertility and water. So I use the weed fabric to keep the weeds down, and then there's drip irrigation underneath the weed fabric that runs along the rows. I can maybe show you that. I'm gonna pull this up real quick, show you how that looks. Maybe. Oh, here we go. So there's just a drip line that runs on. Oh, here's the other one with emitters to water these plants under the fabric, so I don't have to do overhead watering, which can lead to some disease issues in strawberries too. So we water a couple times a week, we pick twice a week, and yeah, we get strawberries for 5 to 6 months through the year. I will say that I planted these outside in my backyard. I planted about 30 plants in my backyard. I had 2 plants that survived the first winter and 0 that survived the second winter. So this high tunnel is a good way to go for this particular strawberry. This is a variety called Seascape. If you want to grow strawberries outdoors in Wyoming, I would suggest a variety called Fort Laramie. And it's a pretty common variety that people grow throughout Wyoming, even here in Laramie.
But without the, like the greenhouse kind, it's still hard to grow, right?
They require attention. I will say that. They're not, I wouldn't say they're hard to grow. Once they're in the ground, as long as they're getting watered and you're harvesting regularly, they're pretty good plants. The weeding, the watering, and the harvesting though does twice a week, so you can't leave for a month on vacation and expect to come back and have strawberries.
And the animals love them.
Oh, the birds, the voles, the rabbits, the mice, the aphids, the mites, yeah.